was hanging around, slipping into darkness. Getting you, baby. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. See your face whenever I look.
Hey, everybody. Welcome once again to Trading Tracks. My name is Mike Kelsey. I go by MLK. And I'm here trading tracks with my main man.
I'm Konrad, and I'm known as Grown Folks Grooves or as your record selector. And me and Mike, we do this thing every Saturday. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications, because when we get on here, we definitely are going to be trading tracks.
No doubt about that. How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm good. I can't, you know what? I can't really complain. I'm looking out my window and I see some rain. I see some sun. You know, it's pretty cool. I was just thinking, have you guys heard about what's going on with Meghan Markle and the royal family over here?
Have we heard? I was counting on you for details, man. Give me the real on this now. I'll give us the real on this.
So this is the deal. And day by day, a little bit more came out. So the royal family have basically cut them off to the point that they've taken their titles, so they're no longer considered royals, and they're pretty much not welcome to come back. And all of this stems from Meghan receiving all of this bullying from the press. And an example of that is when Meghan was pregnant. You know, she would hold her bump like a lot of women do. And they, you know, saw what she was doing. But there was another royal wife who was doing the same thing. So the story would come out. So-and-so is holding her bump and caressing it lovingly. And the story about Meghan would be Meghan Markle can't keep her hand off her baby bump. How crazy is that? Then you would see the other royal eating an avocado. Oh, as she takes nourishment in from the avocado to feed her unborn child. Meghan does the same thing, eats an avocado. They talk about deforestation and how she's ruining the world eating this avocado. This went on and on and on and on and on. Anyway, they got to the point where they just couldn't take it anymore. They moved to the States. Queenie got mad. She cut them off, no allowance. But the thing about it is, Prince Harry, he's got money because his mama was a real royal, Princess Diana, and she left him a cool 35 million pounds. So money's not, they ain't really hurting for no money. So they did the Oprah interview, and Meghan spilled the beans. Now, she didn't name the culprits in it, which was very classy of her. But the royal family, they still up in arms. They're saying, well, you shouldn't air our dirty laundry. We should have taken care. We didn't know you were suffering so bad, but yet it was in the paper all the time how badly she was suffering. So that went on. And there's a guy named Piers Morgan here. And you probably seen him there because he had a show there. He's one of those guys. And Piers was on his morning show. And there are a bunch of panelists and stuff. And one of the guys is a weather guy, black guy. And the black guy, he spoke up to Piers and took him on. And if you can find the clip, guys, trust me, you will die if you watch this clip. And the reason that it's so funny is he's the weatherman, okay? The weatherman. And he goes in on Piers and says, look, Piers, I understand you have a relationship with Meghan, or you had a relationship with Meghan. Now you don't. She cut you off, and she's more than in her right to cut you off. She hasn't spoken about you anymore, but yet you keep speaking about her, berating her, and carrying on. What's going on? And the guy, Piers, got up and walked off the set. And this is a morning show, and he got up and walked off the set. So come to find out, the story goes, him and Meghan met up one time at a pub, had a few drinks. She got in her cab to go because she had a party to go to. So she didn't spend any more time with him. She was here with him for a couple of hours, their first time meeting. She leaves there, gets in the cab, goes to this party. And at the party is where she met her prince. And Piers never heard from her ever again. So he's salty.
So there's another level to it that we didn't know about.
There are levels and elevations to this story that never really came out.
Wow. So he thought he was going to be the prince, basically is what you say.
He thought he was going to be the man. And he put her in the cab where she went and found the man.
That is too funny. Yeah. There's always more to it than what you know. That's why I was hoping you can kind of shed some real light on this because we were just hearing like, all we knew was what Oprah said, basically. What came we didn't know the real dirt. So thank you for
Oprah
uncovering that
Winfrey,
extra.
yeah. But Oprah actually did a great job on that interview, and I was really proud of Megan how she conducted herself because she didn't give all the tea. She just left the guilty be guilty without naming them. So
Mm,
it is what it is. But that was
yeah,
just it was the whole thing was just funny. It was funny because the weatherman shut him down.
the weatherman. So I guess he gonna have his own show soon enough, huh?
That's exactly what people say. Yeah, give the weatherman a show. Let him take.
Right, right. He gonna be taking over.
Yeah, he did a great job though. So what's going on with you, man?
Oh man, you know what? you know me and my stories, man. But I'll start with anybody that is from the DC, Maryland, VA area knows what spring is like here, because 2 days
Mhm.
ago it was in the 70s.
Yeah.
Today, or by I think so. Basically, here it'll be the 70s one day, and then you got your boots and winter coat on the next day. And so today, I think it's supposed to be in the 50s. It's supposed to snow again by next week.
Oh,
So, welcome to winter and or spring/winter in Washington. We go through this every year. Things are quiet, man. Again, I was going to save this for later because I know that I don't want to take up too many people's time. Too many people's. Damn. Here we go. Whew. That's that English degree right there. Um, I didn't I didn't want to take up too much time. Let's just say we're gonna get started with the music, y'all. But let's just say we're gonna have a talk about bootleg COVID shots, okay? Because you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Somebody hit me up yesterday, man, and said, "Yo, man, you get that shot yet?" I was like, "Yo, y'all really need to stop. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. What you doing this afternoon? Nah,
oh
no,
my goodness. I knew it was coming. I knew it was
we ain't, we ain't fitting to do that." So,
coming.
Conrad, I'm gonna give it to you first. What you got, man?
Okay, that was so funny, man. Yeah. So, before we get started this show, we always have a really small chat at the beginning of it. And one of the things we kind of talk about is, where are you today musically? And I say, well, I'm here. And Michael say, well, I'm kind of here. And anyway, what transpired is I said, got some Prince on my mind. So here we go. Songs by Purple Shorty. Yeah, that just has such a funky groove to it, you know?
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Yeah. I've always been a fan. Always been a fan, even back from the first album. But you know what? As the years went on, I think when he went through like this kind of Raspberry Parade,
Yeah.
Beatles phase, I kind of started tuning out at that point. And then he went from that to almost a James Brown kind of phase, and
Yep. Yep.
I just, I liked the rock Prince. I
Yeah.
liked the heavy guitar. Um, let's be fair. Let's just put it out there. The raincoat and drawers Prince. That was the one right there. The Dirty Mind, when he came with the Dirty Mind album drop, that was it.
That
Boom.
was
It was
it.
over for me. That was the one for me right there.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I found a concert ticket from him at the Warner Theater.
Oh,
Um,
really?
I got to find that thing, and I lost it, and I said I was going to post it online because it was like $10, $15. It was amazing to think that
Man.
that's all we paid to go see something right there.
Talk about things lost real quick. And this just something that came to mind. We were looking at TV the other day, and as a child, I remember going to Capitol Center, and we went to see something. And I was a little nerd. Okay, still am, but I was a little nerd. And I recognized somebody famous in the audience. So I was like, Mom, look who is it? So I went over and I spoke to him and I got his signature and I lost the signature. So to get to the point of who I saw as a nerd, it was Henry Kissinger. And I wish I still had that
Mm,
signature. It
wow,
was at the Capitol Center.
that's funny. So let me ask you this: while we're there, you've met and interviewed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Have you ever been starstruck before? I'm just curious.
Yes.
Hmm.
When I first started interviewing people, yeah. But having said that, so the greatest, I guess, the first real Star Trek thing that I got was I had already interviewed him, but when I first met him personally, and that was Verdine White.
Mm.
Being a big Earth, Wind and Fire fan, I was just bubblegum mouth. I didn't know what to say to him for real. And the other time that has happened, and I hadn't interviewed her, I just happened to meet her. She was leaving a concert, was Patti LaBelle. And I met her. She was driving out of the venue and she stopped her car and rolled down the window. And I was starstruck by her. But other than that, not so much. No.
One time, the worst for me, and I shouldn't say worst, but I was 5 years. I mean, I must have reverted to 5 years old at the, and so I say worst because it was embarrassing. I was at a dinner, an industry dinner, and sitting at the table, there was an empty table next to me, and nobody knew who was going to be at this table. And then finally, you could see the entourage coming to
Mm.
the table, and man, it was Muhammad Ali.
No.
And I froze. I absolutely froze. I was 5 again, and I was speechless. I had nothing to say. That was the one that, I mean, I was just that was legend. That was legendary right there. And just sitting at the next table for me. And he didn't speak to anybody. He was just there. He was just chilling, but it was just hmm, that was the one for me. I was just curious.
That would have gotten
Um,
me too. That, or if I would have ever met Prince, I wouldn't have known what to say. I would have just looked like some idiot. Or Marvin Gaye. I would have acted. I would have been like an idiot for Marvin Gaye as
Funny,
well. So
funny. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to stick with Minneapolis for a week. I didn't have that up on my board for today, but you hit that, so I'm gonna jump back to man. When this dropped here,
What time is it?
it was over for me and my boys. You couldn't tell us we wasn't more staying the time, man. So let's go with Wild and Loose. My name is Mike Kelsey. I go by MLK, and you know it's my absolute pleasure trading tracks today. Man, one big party from show to
yeah.
show.
And you know
That
what?
was
I know exactly what you mean when you say you and your boys were done. Because if you did walk up in the club with your boys like you was the time,
oh, oh, oh. Well, what my man said, Jesse, come here, man. Guess what I did last night? That was it right there. Because I had my boy Cedric. I'd say, hey, Cedric, yeah. We had it down, man. We had it down, no doubt. That was good times. There was some good times back then.
oh, absolutely, boy, man, that was. And people dressed properly back then too. I mean, when you went to the club, you were dressing like you were part of the time.
Every time,
I
every time.
got I got pictures that I just don't even show anymore because that was a crazy time.
Man, back when that dropped, I was working my first job. It was in a record store. And for those, once again, local to the area, Iverson Mall. That's where I was. My first job was in Iverson Mall, working downstairs at Harmony Hut. It was next door to Woodward and Lothrop used to be down. Woody's used to be down there.
Yeah.
And man, we get that paycheck, run upstairs, Jeans West. Shit, man, please. You gotta get that check, run upstairs to Jeans West, and load up and be ready. All right.
Oh, yeah. Now, you say Iverson Mall. That has to be the most resilient mall in the entire world. That mall just will not close.
It won't. It never will. It never will. It's amazing. There's no, You go in there now and you're like, what is half this stuff in here? But it's not gonna close. It's not gonna close.
I know at one point I would go in there and I was almost kind of like scared I would get robbed. It seemed like that kind of mall at one point.
Yep, that was the first job. Then we moved up. We moved up to Landover Mall.
Ooh,
Oh,
come on, y'all.
they got waterfalls in that joint. All right. Hey, watch
Tell me
out.
about it. Tell me about it.
Oh, too funny, man. Too
Too
funny.
funny. Landover Mall had a vibe. I mean, it was like you could go to, I think that may have actually been the start of mall rats because people would go there just to be somewhere with some ambiance. Because, like you said, it had waterfalls, water fountains, it had all kind of really nice things going on, but it didn't last long. It's gone now.
And it's still just a vacant lot now. They still haven't done anything over there.
Yeah. So
Still
let's
empty.
get back into some music, man. So I'm feeling the Minneapolis thing because that song that you just played was so hot. It made me think of this song.
Can I get some nasty bass?
Nasty bass.
Gonna be kind of right tonight. Fellas, we're gonna talk about a girl who's fake, huh? Fellas, can I get you to put your hands together for that? Come on. Name was Patty, but now it's gay. Girl, you seem to change it every day. Your hair was long, but now it's short. You say I got it cut, but I don't see no hair on the floor. Whenever I go out with you, I find out something new. You're a fake, baby. You can't conceal it. Know how I know? 'Cause I can feel it. You're a fake, baby. No rhyme or reason. 'Cause in your mind, it's lying season. Had brown eyes, but
That was you know what, that song was funny because during that time I remember a lot of guys, being one of them as well, would try to call out people, you a fake, blah blah blah. But the lyrics on that song was so funny. Your hair is long, but now it's short, but I don't see no hair up on the floor. It's too funny.
And it all still true today. All still true. It would always crack you to think that initially he slated to be the lead singer of the time, Alex O'Neill.
You know what? I'm not sure about that story, but I could see that because that must be a Minneapolis way of talking. Because when he started that off, how about some nasty bass?
Yeah.
That was Prince, that was the time, that was all of them.
Yeah, that's what I heard one time, that he was slated to be the lead singer and Morris was supposed to be the drummer. And then things got flip-flopped around. So
That sounds
history is
all right.
history, though. It worked out for everybody at the end of the day,
Yeah.
So, all right. So am I gonna stick with Minneapolis indirectly? I'm gonna stick with Minneapolis.
it's alright.
Baby.
Don't worry about a thing. Whatever happens, whatever may come, whatever may be, it's cool. I got it covered for loving from A to Z. I'm the overweight lover, heavy but middle-y D. And you can flip on a trip, but it's alright with me. The things were meant to be you be meant. And what I'm here to represent is excellence. If you need any help, open your eyes and it's heavy D that you will see, 'cause you're alright with me.
so I figured we'd stick with Jimmy and
Jam
Sam.
and Terry Lewis.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I got to meet them one time.
Oh, did you?
And, yeah, I did. They were at they spoke at something at University of Maryland. It was some type of music engineering or producing class, and I happened to be there. And I remember it was one of those moments you don't know what to say because they were just like such a part of, your life. And I just remembered saying that I studied every track on that first album from Get It Up to the Stick, and I knew every song. And Terry was like, "Yeah, that's cool, man." I was like, "Hey, bet." I was good. I walked away, man. I had nothing else to say after that. Good
Oh
guy.
wow. Yeah, see, there's some people that, you want to say something, but they hear so much of the same thing. It's probably kind of hard for them to, distinguish or
Mhm,
I guess even acknowledge that you're saying something that's really important to you because
mhm.
they hear it so much.
Right, right.
Yeah, I'd love to meet those guys. They're legends. Matter of fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're actually producing an album for Peebo Bryson now.
No way.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna see if I can't
Huh.
get in touch with Peebo again and see how that's coming out.
Very nice, very nice. How do you get all these interviews, man? I must say, I get a little jealous sometimes on the interviews, man. I mean, like, damn,
It's come so to be honest about it. So I have to give all of the credit to Billy Paul. May he rest in peace. Because I was doing musical stuff and I've been doing it since 2000, but it wasn't until Billy Paul and I became friends. And Billy, whenever he would come in town, he would take me around with him and he would introduce me to his friends. And these are just his friends. So Tito Jackson and, all of the other legends, uh, uh, Russell Tompkins Jr., and all of those people. And I would end up getting interviews with him after he would introduce me to him. So that's how I got to meet all these people, Gene Carn and, all of those people. So it's just come from initially having a roster of people that I could send the emails to say, okay, these are the people that I've interviewed. And then they would say, okay, well, that's fine. You must be real.
very cool.
That's how it
Very-
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because you get some great ones. I mean, that last one, Chris Jasper,
Oh,
that was a killer interview.
Chris is so important as far as the Isley brothers go. And I don't think he gets as much recognition as he should because he was really the, I hate to say he was really the talent, but he did a lot of the songwriting and a lot of the compositions of the songs that we know and love, you know.
Mhm,
So yeah,
mhm.
Chris is a monster.
Yeah, that was definitely an eye opener on that one. So very cool, very cool.
Thank you.
What you got, man?
So this kind of came to mind after, and you know what? Janet Jackson is a beast. Great song. I love that song. And to have Heavy D on that track as well, monster,
Oh,
monster track.
overweight lover.
So I decided to go here.
Okay, y'all. So listen, Conrad and I both do shows on Revenge FM. This is actually the third track I have scheduled for this week. Thanks, man.
Just warming the crowd up for you. That's all.
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you, watching you, watching you, watching you. Looking at the ladies, all of them fine, all of them so lovely. I can't make up my mind, but I'm looking at you from the corner of my eye. I can see you now. You're stepping so high and walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. One look down, I was hooked on you, baby. Whoa. Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you, watching you.
Yeah, Steve Arrington.
You know, y'all, again, how he pulls this off, I don't know, because we don't talk every day. We have some kind of communication most of the time during the week, but again, and literally just this morning I thought of the first three songs for this week, literally just this morning, and I wrote them down and I said I don't want to forget, and I'd be damned if he ain't take one already. So
Look,
that's all.
y'all don't understand. Okay, so let me just give you an example, right? Because he's making it seem like it's poor Mike, poor Mike. It's all poor Mike. If you go back a couple episodes on Trading Tracks, Mike went bananas. Mike played almost every goddamn song I had lined up to play and was happy about it. He was quite pleased with himself too. I'll tell you.
Oh, that is too funny. Yeah, I remember that.
It was
Yeah.
almost as if he had a spy in the camp. I had to hold an interrogation with my wife. Okay, what you telling Mike?
Too funny. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I kind of took everything that week. All right, well, cool. Since we talked about being just like starstruck, let's go. Because this is definitely one of my favorites right here.
Saw it in a store one day. Thought it might make me play future music. Oh, so young. See me through my hardest times. Thought it was about time to open up a new world just for you. Feels all my needs. Gave me the key. Doors open for me to see. Been around the world, touching all the boys and girls with a new love to make them free. Ooh, play me a tune. Hey, I'm glad I found you.
Man, I almost came out that one and said "Funkin' from the Basement." Lord have mercy. I think that is probably my favorite bass line from Verdine White, though. He really dropped some bottom on that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. So working at HUR, you had to come across loads and loads of celebrities. How did you deal with that? Did you end up getting jaded because you just see so many famous people coming through there, or you know?
Um, yeah, you realize that not some people are cool, some people aren't. Some people are approachable, some aren't. But yeah, you meet a lot of people, and you almost become numb to them in a way, which is a good thing, because a lot of them don't want to be that, they don't want to be put on that pedestal.
Yeah.
There are some that do. I remember when I met Jill Scott the first time.
Okay.
Jill was like so down to earth, it was crazy, you know. But then I met Erica, and Erica was like, so mystic that it was just like, okay, this is too weird, that you want to stay away. I remember walking down the hall and bumping into Alicia Keys one time. Now I almost fainted, but after I woke up, then she was cool people. But there are some that okay. So I'm not gonna name names. No, I'm gonna edit this whole section out. I'm not even gonna go down this road, because I always had a crush on her, and she turned out to be kind of a disappointment. But leave that alone. But no, I mean, HUR has been great. I've been there for 20 years now, and it's funny because I remember when I got there, I left another job that I was really happy with, and after the first week, I begged them, please take me back. I said, this is the biggest mistake I ever made in my life. Please, you got to take me back. And they were like, give it a couple of weeks, and if it doesn't, you were one of our best people. If you want to come back, obviously you can.
Yeah.
And it's been 20 years now, and I never made it back. As a matter of fact, I took the job at HUR to go back to the other place in a more advanced position because they said
Okay.
I didn't have any actual station experience. So I went to do that and just never made it back. So
Couldn't have
it's
been a bad thing.
hmm?
It couldn't have been a bad thing then.
No, I mean both my daughters got their education. I traveled, I met people, I had a great time. I got a chance to show some of my talents, and no regrets, man. It was probably one of the best things that ever happened at the end of the day.
Excellent. Excellent. Because
Mhm.
that's always been a mainstay in the DC area is WHUR.
Oh man, I got tapes of me and my boy down in my parents' basement recording, like we was on air at HUR. We was in flight with Joe Gorham overnight, and stuff like that. So
That's it.
that was always the dream setup, either there or the old WKYS days with Donnie Simpson. Those
Oh
were
yeah.
always two stations that you wanted to be a part of.
Yeah, I remember using the tape recorder and like, listening to the radio, and then you come in with your little bit. As we continue, we move on to.
Right,
Oh yeah,
right, yeah. I mean, and Donnie was like Donnie was the one. That was the target. I mean, Donnie just brought it on. And I remember the first time I got a chance to meet him, and it was funny because me and my boy, same guy, we just be down the basement recording tapes with. We were out daydreaming one day, and we were at a Porsche dealership in Rockville, Maryland, and we heard this voice, and I said, "Oh my God, that's Donnie, man." And we looked, and there he was. He was in the
wow.
he was in the Porsche, building. And so I went up and I said, "Hey, Donnie, my name is Mike Kelsey. Man, I'm such a fan. Blah blah blah. I'm studying radio, TV, and film." And he was like, "Oh man, you should come through one day, And if you ever wanted to come through and record a demo, call my office and I'll set it up for you." And I was like, "Oh, bet." And then I walked away. Okay, how many times does he tell this to people? And it was weird because the next day I called. The true story. Next day I called, and I asked to speak to Donnie Simpson, and the person said, "Well, who's calling?" And I said, "Oh, my name is Mike Kelsey from Manhattan Porsche Audi." And he says, "Hello," and I was like, "Donnie?" And he goes, "Yeah, you calling about my car?" And, and I said, "Well," he thought I was the mechanic. And I said, "Well, not actually, but," and then he busted out laughing. And to this day, he may not remember me, but he will laugh at that story. He will remember because he thought I was his Porsche mechanic calling about his car. And that's how he picked up the phone. And true blue guy, man, he's one of the greatest guys you could ever want to meet. He's definitely one of the greatest guys you'd ever want to meet.
He is absolutely legendary. Like you say, he's got that voice. If you hear it across the room, that's Donnie Simpson. You're
Yeah,
definitely.
no doubt. There is no mistaking that voice. So definitely one of my heroes there.
But I could see him being real with you because you have that voice, and he probably, I mean, being in radio, he would know what that voice sounds like, and he probably was very serious when he said,
But
"Give me a call."
that's funny because I was like in my early 20s, and I don't think that I had figured out my voice yet, and I was still kind of playing around with that. I was halfway whispering, I didn't know what I wanted it to be. And so it took me a while to even just figure out what my voice was. That took a minute. Because even when I first started doing some spots for WHUR, I had like one level. I was always here. Hi, this is Mike. I'm here. And I was always right there. I didn't know how to work with my
Yeah,
voice,
yeah.
so that took some time. But thanks to you for hooking me up with the UK folks and getting that going.
You did that all on your own, buddy. You take all that credit. All I did was gave you some info. You took care of the rest of it.
Too funny. Too funny.
Without a doubt, man. Mike's voice, I'm telling you, Mike's voice is so melodic and so I called him the man with the golden voice. That's what I call him anyway. He can do just about anything. So I've noticed over the last few months and stuff talking to Mike, and he's been telling me some of his stories on what he does. And he's told me how he's done a voiceover for something where he has to be kind of melancholy or downtrodden almost. And then he's had other things that he's done. So Mike has a range of things that he can do. And he's even doing voiceovers and stuff for Revenge FM, which we both appear on. His show is on Wednesdays from 6 to 8, and mine is on Wednesdays from 8 to 10. So make sure you guys come and check us out on Revenge FM. But Mike's doing these voiceovers for Revenge as well. So it shows his range. And he's not on there talking about, yeah, my name's John.
So just click on the Revenge FM app and press and relax,
That's
relax,
it.
relax. But they hit me up with that one. That was funny, yeah, because we got all these different channels on Revenge FM. So they asked me to do something for this Revenge Relax channel, and they sent me a script, and they sent me one for the latest one. I don't know when that one's gonna go. I haven't told you about that one yet, but it's for the text the studio thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's one of these, you want to do it. You want to do it. So that way, we gotta figure that one out. How we gonna do that? You want to text. Come on, let me just reach out to us at 044. It's so funny. Yeah, we haven't put that one up live yet, but I've been having a good time, and thank you for that because I didn't know what direction this was going to go in. So thank you for steering me in the right direction with that stuff.
Oh man, my pleasure, my pleasure. Because you know what, it's so great having you on the station with me, and I'm up here doing stuff because the way I've got everything set up is just blocking my view. So you see cameras moving on, it's because I don't have everything set up the way it should be. But it's great to have you on the station with me because it helps me, it drives me, it makes it better for me to do better things and be a better DJ or a better host or whatever it may be. Because at one point I didn't. I've told you before, but at one point I was losing interest in doing this. But now, not so much. I'm much
Good.
better and much happier now.
That's good.
Yeah, man. So we probably should get back to some music before I start crying or something. Here we go. So funny enough, this is y'all, as you know, this is y'all Brown Peoples. And I did not have this song in my library. Matter of fact, I have no y'all Brown Peoples in my library, and that is so crazy.
What made you go there? I'm just curious. Great song.
I spoke to Dexter Wanzel this week. He produced some of that stuff.
Did he really?
And we talked about it. And
Nice.
matter of fact, Dexter has produced some stuff that I had no idea he did. Now, there's sides to Dexter. I'll be putting this up shortly, so you can see the Kicking It With episode with me and Dexter Wanzel. He's produced so much stuff that he doesn't even probably know everything that he's done. He can't remember everything that he's done. He sent me a short bio. He's done them. He's done Loose Ends. He's done. Oh, the list just goes on and on. And this just came to mind because I remember speaking to him and he mentioned, yeah, Yarborough Peoples. So I was like, man, I don't have no Yarborough Peoples. That's how I got there.
Okay. Yeah. That, when I think of them, I always think of Renee and Angela. That was another one of my favorites there. But I think that I am going to. We're not there yet, but I think it's time for us to start thinking about it.
Okay.
So, I think this is going to be my first subtle jab at it. So, yeah, it's going to be my first subtle jab at it. So, again, my name is Mike Kelsey, and I go by MLK. And it's my pleasure trading tracks with my main man, Konrad. Thanks so much for hanging out, y'all. Make sure you subscribe.
with a plan. Got a counterfeit dollar in his hand. He's Mr. Know-it-all. Playing hard, talking fast, making sure that he won't be the last. He's Mr. Know-it-all. Makes a deal with a smile, knowing all the time that his lies are mine. He's Mr. Know-it-all. Must be seen, there's no doubt. He's the coolest one with the biggest mouth. He's Mr. Know-it-all. When you tell him he's living fast, he will say, what do you know? If you had my kind of cash, you'd have more than one place to go. Any place he will play, his only concern is how much you'll pay. He's Mr. Know-it-all.
All right. So I figured we'd go in light, we'd go in friendly, we'd go in cordial. And
Yeah.
I remember when I met Stevie, I was in New York, and another one of those times where you don't know what to say. And all I could say to him was, thank you for the music. Just
Really?
thank you for the music, man. I mean, there was nothing more that I could say than that. And that was it.
You did well, because I would have I wouldn't have known what to say. I'd have just been looking at him like, and I'd have said something stupid like, you're Stevie Wonder, right?
I did that once. I did. I said, you sound just like Dionne Warwick. And she was like, I am Dionne Warwick. I was like, so yeah, I have done that. And you feel like this big after you say it, but
Absolutely. Yeah.
cool, man. All right. So that was my first ease into.
Okay. I'm all for that. So let's play nice, and I'll play nice.
I'm getting the feeling this ain't playing nice.
Okay, well, I don't play that one then. Since
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that you get a little ahead of yourself. Okay. Let's dial that back a little.
Okay, I'll go this way then.
When I think about those nights in Montreal, I get the sweetest thoughts of you and me. Memories of love above the city lights. Ooh, I've tried so hard to take it, but alone my heart won't make it. I just wanna stop and tell you what I feel about you, babe. I just wanna stop. I never wanna live without you, babe. I just gotta stop for your
I don't know anything else that he's done. Gino Vanelli.
That was strong, man. That was really strong. And those of you that have listened to either of our shows, you know that, color don't matter.
Sure.
It just doesn't matter. If you can bring it, you can bring it, and that's one of those, and that falls into that Bee Gees category. Who's gonna say they bought a Gino Vanelli record? Come on.
Ain't nobody gonna ever own up to that.
that falls into that same category. Great song. That was a great song, and I can go all day with that. So let's hang out. Let's hang out for a minute.
Let's do it.
Let's hang out for a minute. Let's okay. So I got two things I'm thinking about. I think I'm gonna go here though. Again, it doesn't matter, man. If you and I say it in jest sometimes, but if you got soul, you got soul. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. There is no two ways about it because you know what? It's music, you know. And if you got soul, it'll reflect in your music. If you don't, it won't. Just like if you got funk, it's gonna come
Mhm.
out. If you're an artist, that's what's gonna happen. So, like you say, Mike, all the time, don't matter what color, for
No,
real. Because
none.
this will show you right here. Now, you mentioned the Bee Gees. This is another BG. He was a brother. You may not remember this one. This is from brother Andy.
Maybe I don't wanna know the reason why, but lately you don't talk to me. Darling, I can't see me in your eyes. I hold you near, but you're so far away. And it's losing you, I can't believe. To watch you leave and let this feeling die. You alone are the living thing that keeps me alive. And tomorrow, if I'm here without your love, you know I can't survive. Only my love can raise you high above it all. Don't throw it all away, our love, our love. Don't throw it all away, our love. Don't throw it all away, our love, our love. Don't throw it all away, our love.
Andy Gibb, don't throw it all away. Yes,
Man,
sir.
again. I mean, who'd have thought Andy Gibb? Who would have thought? Two brothers, one in D.C., one in London, would be playing some Andy Gibb. I want y'all to make note of this, okay? Because this is something else you're just not gonna see. You're not gonna see two grown ass men playing Andy Gibb. On, come on now, come on, y'all. Let's keep it real. I'm gonna get one more of these in, and then I'm gonna walk away. I always play the ones with the 15-minute opening. I don't know why that is. I tell you what, but this is a great one from
Absolutely.
All the Notes. She's gone. My name is Mike Kelsey. I go by MLK. And it's my absolute pleasure trading tracks with my main man Konrad today. Make sure you subscribe, y'all.
Everybody's high on consolation. Everybody's trying to tell me what is right for me. Yeah. My daddy tried to bore me with a sermon, but it's plain to see that they can't comfort me. Sorry, Charlie, for the imposition. I got the strength to carry on. Yeah, I need a drink and a quick decision. Now it's up to me who I will be. She's gone. Oh, I better learn how to face. She's gone. Oh, I pay the devil to replace her. She's gone. Oh, what went wrong? Get up in the morning, look in the mirror.
Man, I better learn how to face it. one missing toothbrush hanging on the stand. Lord, she took everything, man. She just rolled down toothbrush and everything.
See,
she ain't fit to come back. All right.
that's the difference. That's because a man, he gonna take the TV and the stereo. He gonna be happy. She gonna take everything. She gonna leave you one spoon.
Oh,
That ain't even gonna be the right kind of spoon. It's gonna be too big to fit in your mouth, so you can't enjoy your food.
the bowl with the crack in it, so everything everything leaks. The glass with the chip on it, so you catch it. Oh Jesus! Okay, here we go. All right,
Woo 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 woo.
that was cold, man. I can't tell you the last time I heard that one. Wow.
Look at us, baby, up all night, tearing our love apart. We ain't got nothing better to do but just be up all night, tearing our love apart. Come on, man.
Let me get
Black, white, brown, green. Tell him, Mike. Tell him.
We all going through the same thing, man. Wow. I haven't heard that in years. You got to send me that, man. I need that.
Absolutely.
I need that for the collection, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Man, okay, so y'all look, we talk about this every week on our shows, and you've never seen anything like two grown-ass men crying over some love songs and broken hearts and things like that. So I think, I played around with this idea last week. Come on, man. You know what we got to do. You know it's time, man. Y'all been waiting for it all week. I know you've been waiting for it all week.
So correct. You know what's funny about this, Mike? You say I've been waiting for this all week. Actually, I get quite anxious when this time comes. I'm like, man, I got to go and bring up my A game, because if I don't, I'll end up being pulled out.
I'm starting in your lane today, because you be constantly coming over my side trying to take jabs at me. So you know what? I decided this week, and this week alone, y'all, I'm coming after Konrad in his lane. All right, so here we go.
You send me swinging. Oh, you send me swinging. I wait for the day. On sweet gentle sway. Run to the right. Beautiful and kind. Oh, what you've done to me. With just the little things you do, you got me crazy after you. And it's getting stronger. When I'm with you, I fall deeper in love. Swag. One thing my heart is sure of, so I wait for the day. Sweet gentle sway, sweet gentle sway. Right to the right, right way. Oh, you send me swinging. You send me swinging. Oh, you send me swinging.
Man, them boys right there. Them boys right there are a mess, man. I know those are your boys right there.
You went back to Minneapolis to hurt me. My man, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
You know, like I said, I learned from the best, man. Because I remember when you were online with them other DJs, and you came out just smacked them in the mouth to open up. and they didn't know what to do. They were like, "Oh damn, we usually ease up with it." You, bam, you just came right out with. I thought that was the funniest thing. That was great, man.
That's because you know what? You got to realize I ain't got but about 3 minutes worth of fight in me, so I better put that 3 minutes up front. You know,
Ah,
with them
oh,
youngins, fooling with them youngins.
okay.
Yeah, that was cold, Mike. That was cold. I see where we at today. That's all
Okay.
right. I'm just gonna dial it back. I'm gonna let you go ahead on and act the fool. I'm just gonna dial it back and go right here.
I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of on my own. Won't you help me, girl, just as soon as you can? People say that I found a way to make you say that you love me. Hey, baby, you didn't go for that. It's a natural fact that I wanna come back. Show me where it's at. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of being alone. Won't you help me, girl, soon as you can? I guess you know that I love you so.
Man, oh man, Al Green. People say that I found a way to make you say that you love me.
Man, you know what? Again, that. How do you write that? Where does that come? That's a gift.
That
That's
is
just
a gift.
to
That
be
is
able
a
to put
sure enough
something.
gift.
I mean, yeah, and he did it song after song after song. You know, I think like you said, one shot. You know, I got one shot at it, and once I'm done, this one got me. This one better hit because I ain't got no more. Okay, you know, yeah, ooh, yeah, that was great. That was, yeah, you got me. Okay, got a little sweat going here. All right, so we gonna take it on chill mode. I can do chill mode for a while. But you know, he gonna strike out in some minute. But until then, we'll keep it cool. We'll keep it cool with my girl, Shaka Khan and Rufus. Man, this is an all-time favorite of mine right here. My name is Mike Kelsey. Thank you so much for hanging out, y'all.
Hollywood is busting into Hollywood. Showing the ways, moving to Hollywood. He's hopping into Hollywood. He's on his ways, going to Hollywood. He's busting into Hollywood. Showing the ways, moving to Hollywood. He's hopping into Hollywood. He's waited at bus stops all his life. He's been in and out of those spaces, seeing eyes that spoke to him from sad and empty places. Sad and empty places. He's on his ways, going to Hollywood. He's busting into Hollywood. What you doing? Show him the ways, moving to Hollywood. He's hopping into Hollywood. You know he's gonna be dressed to kill. He's gonna find some brand new thrills. Whatever he's been looking for, tell him that there's so much more in Hollywood.
Okay, y'all. We about to get fined. I was trying to get to my favorite line when she said painted faces and sunburnt skin. I was like, that's my girl right there.
Yes,
Man.
I met her one time, and
Did you? Oh man, I would be.
starstruck.
Yeah, I'd be a little weak at the knees on that one.
I was starstruck. Yeah, I did mean it. It was only for like a minute or two, if even that long. She was at the Ask Cafe, and she just came out and said hi to a few people for a minute. Yeah, I was definitely starstruck there. So
Oh, no
they
doubt.
starting to come back to me now.
Yeah, it's that bad portion of the show right here.
Yeah, and okay, it's time.
Oh, okay, let's go.
It's time. It's time.
Ah, I love it. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
I'm gonna let Mike come out his cage, y'all.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh.
The sooner you give, the sooner you get to have a love of your own. The longer it takes, the better you come to know a love of your own. Don't you be afraid to give your heart. Never know to try it. Don't deny it to yourself. Don't you be afraid. Walk right on in.
See, now I'm gonna tell you what that's called. That's called poking the bear. You know. So
Oh,
watch how Mike come back. Watch how Mike come back after that.
see, y'all, he be playing me like that. But you know what? But you know what? I will say this. That was a great pick, man. I love that one, and you pushed me here.
You're still a young man, baby. Ooh, don't waste your time. You're still a young man, baby. Ooh, don't waste your time. Down on my knees. Oh, heart and hand.
Okay, right there. Down on my knees with my heart in my hand. Come, you know what, man?
You know what? These songs here could either make or break you if you played them the right way. Down on my knees.
He started.
You in the begging stance. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no. You got no.
Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go from there? You started on your knees with your heart in your hand. You got nowhere to go, man. You got nowhere to go. I mean, that was the beauty of it. That was the beauty of it. So I'm gonna leave that one alone, man. You got it.
You
got
started off groveling for real, so you had no recourse from there, but to see whatever happened happen.
Oh. Oh.
You hang up. No, you hang up.
I need to keep it up sleeping.
I wanna love you, yeah, yeah, over and over again. I wanna see what you like in bed, over and over. Hey, hey, baby, don't say goodnight when you know it's time for love.
Don't say goodnight when you know it's time for love?
And meanwhile, she'd have rolled over, right? Baby.
Boy, you better go to sleep.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Man, again, y'all, again, here it is. Two grown-ass men up here crying over some love songs. This is the love song battle. This is the slow jam battle right here on Trading Tracks. My name is Mike Kelsey. That's my man Konrad right there. Can't nobody do it like us, y'all. Won't you share my We going in today. Wait a minute. The first words of this song, I'm so tired of being lonely. Come on, man.
I'm so tired of being lonely. I want to be loving you only. So many girls have crossed my path, but I could not last. I needed you.
Right there. So many girls have crossed my path, but I couldn't last because I needed you. See, that was patented rap number 17, right? You flip that book up, baby. Look here. So many girls have crossed my path, but you know what? I couldn't last because I needed you.
You pick me up when the world's down. You ease my mind when I feel unsteady. I can do no wrong with you by my side. Welcome to my life. Come on and share my love. Be a part of my tomorrow. Put an end to all my sorrow and pain. Come on and share my love.
Put an end to my sorrow and pain.
There's another song that's coming to mind. I can't finish the song. It's so many girls have come my way, and I can't remember the rest of it. You'll come up with it. I know you will.
But right now my head is just messed up.
So many girls have crossed my path. Something like that. But at any rate, look. I'm Konrad. I do the Grown Folks Groove Show on Channel Radio and on Revenge FM. I'm here trading tracks with my man MLK, Mike Kelsey, and it's probably getting ready to get really gritty around here and grimy. So y'all just hold on to the bar, yeah?
Oh, see, you know, okay. That's cool.
We might have to do a bumper show today because it's getting good to me.
Been a long time since you touched me and made me feel that wonderful glow the way you do.
Hold on.
What you got? Go ahead.
Woo Lord.
Yeah, you got to restart that one. Man.
Let's start it from the beginning because this one is just.
Yeah. This that deserves a restart. There's no doubt about that.
Been a long time since you touched me and made me feel that wonderful glow the way you do. Been a long time since you held me and squeezed me so I wonder what's come over you. I don't know if I ought to bring it up. Seems like such a funny thing to talk about. Don't know if it's right to do. Nowhere to turn to. Ooh, I'm up against the wall. And I wanna know, oh, is it still good to you? Does it feel alright? Oh, is it still good to you? Will you prove it tonight?
I'm gonna have to break the rule on this, Mike, because this is my verse here.
Oh man.
Been a long time since you asked me how was my day and kissed me before I could say.
Whoo, that song, whoo, that's my verse right there. Been such a long time since you kissed me and asked me how was my day.
And kiss me before I could say.
I visualized that, and that's a dope move.
Yeah.
How's your day, baby? Come on. You can't lose with a move like that.
Let's see if nothing else. Then you ain't got to hear about it after that, though. I see, that's what's stupid about me. I'm here in the house by myself, but it ain't like, in a couple of days, what would you say? Oh man, so you get yourself in trouble, then you come back like this. You come back and say, baby, look, come on, that was Konrad talking that foolishness, right?
All for the show. It's all for the show.
If it wasn't for Konrad, I wouldn't have done no foolishness like that, baby. I love you. I love you, girl.
Just to be close to you, girl. Just for a moment, well, just for an hour. Just to be.
Wait a minute. Just for a moment.
Just for an hour.
Just give me that. Okay. I don't need a lifetime. I just need a moment or an hour. Lord.
Close to you, girl. Oh, baby. I've been through so many changes in my life, girl. Oh, I've been up real high where I thought I didn't need anybody. And then again, I've been down real low where there was no one in my life that needed me. And I found that material things I thought had so much value. Oh, girl, didn't really have any value at all.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to walk away because that's got me thinking. I told you a story off the air last week about a situation that I had back in the day. And I couldn't figure out how to get this person to go out with me. And one day we were walking out of a building and talk about material things that had so much value. We walked out, me and this young lady, we walked outside of a building and I couldn't get a moment. I couldn't get an hour. And I couldn't figure out this song right here, moment, hour. And I couldn't figure out why. We walked to the corner. Konrad, this brother pulled up in a black 280ZX. He hops out, the tan leather interior. Y'all remember the joint. The black 280ZX.
One.
Slim said, There it is. 2 days later. Broke as hell, but 2 days later, you bet no. Oh man, the good old days.
Man, that story just cracks me up.
Oh man, look. Then I played it real cool. She was like, "Where you been all day?" I said, "Oh, I was out of town and handling some business, Someone was down there." She goes, "Oh, really? What you doing tonight?" Oh, minute, hour, boom, got that minute and hour right there. Hey, what's up? What a fool. It's on you, man. I'm done storytelling for the day. And, every week, y'all, I tell you too much of my life. Now, when I'm on Revenge FM, it's so scripted and I'm so to the point and I don't go outside of myself. I get on with this fool. And next thing you know, y'all know my address, you know my phone number, you know what kind of car I drive, what kind of, so I'm done. Konrad, is yours, man.
You know my government name and everything.
Right.
Superman, fly way up in the sky, 'cause we believe he can. So what we choose to believe can always work out fine. It's all in the mind. So think of a place and imagine a time. Imagine a time. And let's go be lovers.
Think of a place and imagine a time, and let's go be lovers.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
I ain't mess with Luther. I ain't even mess with Luther.
Yeah, I was, you can't, and it's funny with Luther. It's all or nothing there. It's hard to find a break in Luther's song. So I applaud you for that because we'd have been fined and penalized and everything else because I'd have let that joint go. Because you can't cut Luther. I'm sorry, So
you really can't.
So
what you working with, Mike?
I've been holding. I've been looking at this one for a while. It's been on the deck for. And again, this is another one that gets you in trouble songs. And, if you have somebody that you can relate to on this one, this is a get you in trouble. Because, man, yeah, no, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let this one play because I done caused enough problems for myself at home today. So, again, my name is Mike Kelsey. I go by MLK, and I couldn't want to be nowhere else than with my man Konrad Trade Tracks today, y'all.
Shining pictures of this time for us. I melt with love when our lips kiss. Silent words move the earth and shake my world, but nothing means as much. Your smile, like that special touch. Your smile, from your smile. Your smile. Oh, if anything I'd miss, your smile, I never could resist. Your smile. Your smile.
All right, I'm a bail out, man. I'm gonna let you have it.
Okay, so that song made me want to come back with Angel.
That'd have been hot. That would have been hot. That'd have been hot right there.
That would have been too hot, but I went with a different Angel because I just happened to come across it while I was looking. So my girl here.
You played this a few weeks ago on the channel show, I think. And man, this one shut me down. Yeah.
Dope song.
Trouble little angel, inconsistent, flying blind most of the time. Drama queen, preening and untangling, feathers in her wings, captured by her dreams, desperately way she sings. Little, little baby, open up your heart. Not to be afraid to feel. Little, little baby, hiding deep inside. Don't you know your love can heal? Trouble, little angel.
Shaka Khan, when she came out with this joint here, boy, let me tell you, I didn't know what to do. That's what I wanted to. Did she sing this when she did her show from her living room?
No, no, she didn't.
No?
That would shut it down if she sung that one.
Oh,
That would have shut it down, no doubt. Mm. Yeah, I remember you played that one, and I was like, "Wow, yeah, that was deep. That was deep there." So, whew, all right, man, how are we looking on time?
it don't matter.
Because I got my closeout song lined up.
Okay,
So
we can do that.
let me think. Let me see. Yeah. I got my closeout song lined up, y'all. I'm starting to get that little sweat of the armpit thing. So it's about time.
You and me both.
So I will go out like this. I will say that my name is Mike Kelsey and I go by MLK. And it's my absolute pleasure trading tracks with my main man, Konrad, today. Do me a favor, reach out to me on social media. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are the best ways to find me. Search for Basement MLK. That's BASSMENT. MLK. You can find me on the web at fftbshow.com or you can email me fftbshow@gmail.com. Conrad, thank you so much for another great week, man. I'm signing out. Y'all have a great week. We will see you next week on Trading Tracks. Join me on Channel Radio and Revenge FM. Thanks so much for hanging out, Sean.
When you get right down to it, isn't this
Mike, start that one more time. Start that one more time. Classic opening. Come on, man.
when you get right down to it? Isn't this moment what it's all about, girl?
And when you get right down to it, don't you just feel this moment say
Holding you, touching you. Girl, I need a whole lifetime to do all the things that I wanna do for you, with you, to you. When you get right down to
All right, y'all. I'm done. Conrad, it's on you, man.
All right, man. Look, I'm Conrad. I do the Grown Folks Groove Show on Revenge FM and on Channel Radio. Today, I'm trading tracks with my man MLK, Mike Kelsey. And we do this every Saturday, so make sure you come and check it out. You can reach out to me on email, gfgshow@gmail.com. I'm on Insta at gfgshow. I'm on Twitter at gfgshow. Just put in Grown Folks Groove Show and you should be able to find me. Put in hashtag trading tracks and you can come back and watch these episodes because we're on episode number 11 today. So we've got a few in the bank for y'all to go and check out. And we will be back next week, but make sure you check us out on our radio shows on Revenge FM and on Channel Radio. You will enjoy what we play and you will enjoy watching us more and more act a fool doing what we do here on Trading Tracks.
Hey, say, wait a minute. Where you going with that suitcase? Hey, wait a minute. Listen. All right, well, you don't have to answer. Just listen. I don't mind when you say that you're going away. I just don't want to be share.